Welcome to another review of my airsoft guns. I know some of you have been talking about this for a while. Finally got around to doing the video. It is possibly my most prized possession. It is the FN P90. Oh yeah, now we're talking. This is the Cybergun P90. So I'm just going to have a look at a few of the ins and outs of it, compare it to how the real gun works, looks, feels. So let's get on. P90, although classed as a modern weapon, is in fact over 23 years old. It was first conceived and made in the 1990s, hence P90, Project 90, 1990. But only has really seen fame in the last 10 years or so. Mainly Stargate SG-1. That was when it was first seen on our screens quite a few years ago. And before we start, yes, I am a Stargate fan. However, that only really piqued my interest in why obsession for this weapon. It has then been seen in a lot of various films, Looper, Equilibrium, various TV shows, and of course now Call of Duty. It made its first appearance in Call of Duty 4, again in Modern Warfare 2, and various games based on the modern era and possible future eras as well, because it just looks so space age, even though it's old. Mainly being is the top loaded magazine, 50 rounds. Yeah, that's a lot compared with modern day weapons which only hold about 30. And unique being these at the top. Now the reason for this is the P90 was first conceived as a personal defence weapon, designed for tank crews, drivers, so when they had to actually engage in small arms fighting, they weren't just using the pistols that they had on the holsters. They had something that they could actually use and be good in a firefight. M4s and stuff, you know, you're looking twice the length. So the bullpup design, where the action is behind the trigger group, so the trigger's here. Bullpup is any gun that is made with the firing chamber is behind the trigger. Advantage for this is the barrel is from here to here. When you look at the M4, it's the same length barrel, but the barrel is sticking out about here. You get the idea. Disadvantage of this is that of course my cheek is resting right where the action is happening, so if you were to get a cartridge to jam and explode, it's going to take half my face. Obviously not good. But the advantage is that I've got the accuracy of an M4 in a gun half the size. So that is where the idea and pretty much came from. Personal defence weapon. Pretty much the P90 is perfect. But the magazine doesn't protrude sticking out at the bottom or the side. It's all fits nicely inside the whole weapon of the gun. All these curves and things, you know, they're not just there to make it look good. It's not going to get snagged on clothing or on the side of Jeeps, so if you need it fast, it's not going to get caught on anything, you know, it's not going to get caught on a zip or something. You know, it's all made specifically to ease and to operate in close quarters. That's how it was designed. However, they've done such a fantastic job. They've made an absolute beast. Magazine holds 50 rounds. So, which is more than your normal small arms. But they haven't just used like your bog standard 9mm rounds like a lot of submachine guns use. They've specifically made the 5.7 high velocity round. Basically, you have the power of an assault rifle like the M16s in a much smaller bullet. So the bullet is only measured the width of that, and I'm not sure if we can get close enough. And this actually has the fake bullets in. The high velocity rounds are fired at a lot faster rates, can pierce Kevlar body armour. Enough said really. When you've got 50 bullets at 900 bullets a minute, you're going to do a lot of damage. So, the design of this weapon really went out to town. It was not conceived with any kind of normal. Just rewrit the whole laws of making a gun really when they made this. Advantages being, it's completely ambidextrous with no modification. You see a lot of weapons now that, oh, I'm ambidextrous if you do this, or if you change the ejection port. No modification whatsoever. Completely ambidextrous. Change this. So bullets feed in from the top. They can be ejected from the bottom. Sure, you see it. There's a start of a gaping hole there. Again, this is just to show you the spent casings are ejected vertically, just drop straight down. So while I'm firing here, there's no hot casings hitting my friend to the left. On the other side, I'm not being spat in the face with hot burning metal. Just drop to the floor. Cockpit handle, charging handle size, accessible from both sides, and the fire select on the trigger. Just to see it, just simply turn, can be easily turned with your other hand or with your trigger finger. Easy. Rail on top for your accessories, hollow sights, red dots, torch, lasers, sort of called the tri-rail. Got two either side. You can get one with a built-in red dot sight. But yeah, it's just, the weapon itself is just awesome. So I like it, obviously. Right, in terms of an airsoft gun, unfortunately, not quite as awesome. They get a lot of bad reputation. The reason being, because of the high caps. Obviously, airsoft guns fire BBs and not real bullets. BB guns, they require the spring mechanism and the unwinder to feed the BBs into the spring and then the BBs to be fired. Top loaded magazine, you'd think it'll be easier because gravity fed. Yeah, fair enough, apart from when you shoot them down, because then the BBs roll to this side and it's in here. So there is a spring which pushes them. Obviously not from great force. As for the winder, it does have a winder, however it's on the down facing side. So when it's in the weapon, you can't access it. Obviously they thought they wouldn't want the winder on top because it would wouldn't look too realistic. So it's one of these magic winders where you wind it once and it stays wound, but it doesn't work. No, it just doesn't work, to be honest. Yeah, the reason the P90 gets a bad reputation as a bad airsoft gun is purely because of these, and the reputation is that bad. These high caps are awful. So I've opted for low caps. Well, no, I opted for the ones with the fake bullets in because they look cool. Downside is only 68 BBs, but I don't get through that many anyway. So no problems with these. Mid caps hold 100, 170 again, no problems. So if you're going to get one of these, high or mid caps definitely. As for there'll be a battery and all that caper, goes in the stock, slides off, way, battery connector. Got a couple of screws in there, take that apart and you've got your motor, your gearbox, just assemble it onto the screws, put it straight out and it's all there. That's easy enough. It's so compact, it's unbelievable. I've got a battery yet. That's the battery that came with it. You can't really go much bigger, there isn't any much room for that, a battery that size. How is this? 9.6 volt, 111 milliamps for those of you who know all that caper. So that's the battery that came with it, so I haven't used anything else since. So right, as to get into your hop up. Your hop up when playing is underneath there. There's a little door. You obviously can't probably see it because of the light, but there's a little door there. So one way to increase hop, the other way to decrease hop. Simple enough. As for getting your hop up unit itself, should you need to, again like the real weapon, really simple. Bloody light. Press that, and the whole upper and lower receiver comes apart like the real gun. There's your hop up. Pull that out, and you've got your barrel. Easy. And then you got the just use your trigger assembly. That's it. This gun is so simple, it's unbelievable. But the real one is as well. Again, why it's so favoured. Easy to clean, easy to look after, easy maintenance. They are essentially your three parts: your magazine, your upper and lower receiver. Done. So obviously the charger handle is completely useless. Nice little spring on it though. Ejection port, again, null and void. It is a good little weapon. I'm not going to say you're going to be shooting people from the range of sniper range, because it isn't that kind of weapon. It's designed for close quarters. When I got this, it was shooting 400 feet per second, which is far too powerful for pretty much all UK sights. So it's been downgraded to an M90 spring. It's now shooting at 267-ish, give or take. You may sound that's a lot low now, too low now. However, the guy who I did the spring change for me said the hop up is not the best. There's a lot of air being leaked out. So the next upgrade is to change the hop up for a Tokyo Marui one, which should give me the accuracy at the longer-ish ranges and should bring up the FPS, because obviously there's not going to be enough as much air escaping. So yeah, Cybergun P90, it is okay. You will need a downgrade spring straight away. It's going to be far too powerful, and eventually the later upgrades will probably be type ball barrel, change hop up unit. However, as it is, it works. Very good for flanking, close quarters building, room clearing, because it's just there. The words of SPF Russia, very pointable. You know, up and quick. It's all there. You know, it's not just trunking around with a big gun like this. It's just compact, nice and light, easy. Another problem I have is getting the magazines in the first place, but obviously carrying them too big to fit a normal M16 jacket, so you need your own specially designed jacket. I've got a little leg holster that holds two. Works for me. I basically carry two low caps and a high cap, which I'm going to be ditching at some point. So that works for me. I've seen guys with sort of various arrangements on this. So yeah, obviously parts and stuff are not as probably easy accessible as normal M16s like, but they are out there. P90 does have a lot of love, also has a lot of hate as well. So parts can be a bit of a problem. So, but otherwise, because it's Cybergun, they obviously got the patents to all the FN Herstal licenses and stuff. You got the FN logo and FN Herstal Belgium. Obviously not made by Cybergun, made by I think it's A&K. GP, I don't know, I can't remember. So yeah, overall, it's okay. My advice: save up the extra couple of quid, get a Tokyo Marui. If not, get this thing, but you will need changes. So I've sort of done the more expensive route, but it's P90. I love it. I won't do without it. So next, hopefully I should be getting an AK-47 soon, the G&G combat machine at some point soon, maybe, I hope. So when I'll get that, I'll do that. In the meantime, keep gaming.